So good morning. So today we will discuss about mode in the continuous distribution or in the continuous data series. For example, last day we discussed about that how we can calculate the mode in the individual series as well as discrete series. So when it comes to that continuous series, so in the each uh, distribution, we have the three distributions, that is the individual distribution, discrete distribution, and continuous distribution. So, for example, when somebody will ask that to calculate the mode by using the following data, or they will give the data and we need to calculate the mode. For example, see here, so the continuous distribution, how the data is continuous. For example, if you already explained that how the data is there. So in order to identify whether the data is in the discrete series or continuous series. So for example, see, this is the continuous series. For example, if they will ask that calculate the mode for the following data, so they will give the data this like this. Okay, this is a class interval Ci. F is nothing but frequency distribution. So 0 to 50, that is called continuous series. 0 to 50, 50 to 100, this is called continuous series. For example, if they will give the data in the only discrete series, they will mention 50, 100, 150 or 75 like that. So how many frequency are there, they will show like that. So that is called a discrete series. For example, if they will ask that question like this, they calculate the mode for the following data. For example, when we have that this kind of problems, so we need to follow a certain formula, that is, see, mode is equal to MD or MO is equal to L plus delta 1 by delta 1 plus delta 2 into C. Okay. So see here, so MD or MO is equal to L plus delta 1 by delta 1 plus delta 2 into C. So here we need to identify what is L. Already I explained in that previous classes that L is nothing but lower limit of the class interval. Lower limit of the class interval. So in the delta 1, what is delta 1 here? The delta is nothing but it indicates the change. Delta means change in one, nothing but here delta 1 means absolute difference between sample frequency of the mode and its preceding frequency of the mode. So before identify the change and difference between the two modes, the preceding mode and absolute frequency mode, so we need to find out the mode value. We need to find out the mode first. That is called which item is repeated again and again. Okay. Then only we can find out delta 1. So here delta 1 is same. That is called absolute difference between that absolute, absolute difference between sample frequency of the mode and its preceding frequency of the mode. Then delta 2 here same. The delta 2 means absolute difference between sample frequency of the mode and its succeeding frequency of the mode. Succeeding frequency of the mode. Or sometimes we can say that after mode only succeeding. So in that case also we have mentioned that the delta 1 nothing but f1 minus f0, delta 2 nothing but f1 minus f2. Okay. So you can forget this one also. So simple you can remember that L is nothing but lower limit of the class, delta 1 nothing but, so it is the uh, absolute difference between sample simple frequency of the mode and its preceding frequency of the mode. And the delta 2 nothing but here absolute difference between sample frequency of the mode and its succeeding frequency of the mode. So as you know that C is nothing but class interval. Sometimes we can mention the high also interval, class interval I. Instead of C, we can mention high also sometimes. So see how we can calculate. See here. For example, you can take this data. Okay. So whatever they give the they are given the data. So we need to find out the mode, which item is repeated more and more. So when you observe the frequency, which item is repeated and which item is highest? Okay, anybody can say that? Hello? Which item is highest? Which
Two,
item is repeated?
200 to 250, sir.
See here, the frequency highest 150. So here the class interval 200 to 250. So which has repeated more time because that's why the frequency is high. What is it called? Highest frequency of the class interval. I have the frequency of the class interval. That is called 200 and 250. So here the highest frequency is 150. The corresponding class interval is 200 to 250, which is a mode class. Mode class. See here 200 is L. That is the lower limit of the class interval. This is the frequency. 150 is the frequency. Okay. So the absolute difference between delta 1 means this is the 90 and 150. 91 and 1. That is called delta 1. Delta 1. So how much? What is the absolute difference? How much? There are 59. Delta 1 is equal to 59. Okay. Then so delta 2 is delta 2. That is called absolute difference between the simple frequency of the mode and its succeeding frequency of the mode. So here we need to ignore that sign. We need to ignore the here sign. Here, what is the absolute difference between 150 and 87? The 13 plus 60, 50. How much? 63. 60. Here delta 2. Here. So here I'm unable to write here. Yes, 63. So see here, these are delta 1 is 91, delta 2 is 80. There is a F2. So the difference between this we need to find out. The class interval is nothing but high or C. The how much class interval between these two? 200 and 250. The difference is only 50. The interval class. So here we substitute the values. See, L is equal lower limit 200 plus delta 1. What is the delta 1? Nothing but simple frequency and its preceding. Then kada mundu enta 91. 150 minus 91. Okay. Then here you can also find out. So the difference between 150 minus 91, how much? So here somewhat is the formula is different. See, 2f1 minus f0 and f2. 2 into f1 nothing but so 2 into 150 minus 91 minus 87. So 2 into 150 300 minus this we need to add it 81 plus 91 minus plus 87. So here around we can come to get around 178. So 178 minus 300 122. 122. So whatever we get 67 into 50. So we will get 2950. So divide by 122. So you will get 200 plus. So if you divide this one, you will get 24.8. 24.18. So when you add it 200 plus 24, you will get 22 or 224.18. So if you are not understand, I will clearly explain also. Just a minute. Is it visible now? The shade. Hello? See, if you follow this formula, see, mode is equal L plus delta 1. Delta 1 here unable to write delta 1 here. If it is permit, I will show you delta 1. Yeah. Delta 1 divided by delta 1 plus delta 2 into C or high. You can put high or C, no problem. So here L is called 200. We find out already here. See 200 see here 200. L is 200 plus delta 1. So what is the delta 1 here? Change. How much change? Into 50. So 200 plus 50 by 59 by 122. So 59 by 122. You will get 0.48. Or else you may calculate also 59 into 50, 59 into 50, 2950 divided by 122 is equal to 200 plus so when you divide it 2950 divided by 122, you will get 24.118. 24.18 then is equal to 200 plus 24.18. You will get 224.18. Okay, so this is the answer. Is it okay, or shall I repeat again? Hello? Hello? Is it visible for you? Sanjana? Durga Prasad? Is it visible now?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Shall I repeat again, or? So due to some disturbance only, I could not able to explain properly.
Again?
Hello? Is it clear, or shall I explain again?
Can you repeat it, sir, again?
Yeah, please. Just a minute. Say here, mode is equal to, okay, the formula you can remember that L plus delta 1 by delta 1 plus delta 2 into I or C. Anything you can put it, I or C. So here, what is L here? We need to find out L. So when the data is showing like this, for example, see. So after identifying this 150, which has a mode value, which item is repeated again and again, this is the 150, 200 and 250. So 200 is L value. L is equal to 200, 200 plus. So what is the delta 1 here? So delta 1 here, see, that is a change in the absolute difference between the frequency, simple frequency of the distribution of the mode and its preceding. Then kind of mundudi. The absolute difference is how much? 59 only. 59. So 150 minus 91. How much will get? 59. Then 59. 59. 59. So by divided by delta 1 is nothing but here 59. 59 plus delta 2 is how much? That is called absolute difference between simple frequency of the distribution and its succeeding. And then tarvatadi. So what is the difference between how much? 150 minus 87?
63.
63. 63. So into the I, that is called class interval. What is how much class interval here? The interval, that is the difference between these two values, 50. Okay, is equal to, as it is, you can put 200 plus 59. You can write as it is 59 divided by 59 plus 63. How much?
122.
122. 122 into 50. Okay. Then so is equal to 200 plus. So here, if you cancel here also no problem. If you multiply with 59 into 50 also no problem. So if you multiply 59 into 50, so you will get 2950. Then divide by this 122. 122. So then, so if you cancel it, you will get 24.18. 18. So as it is, you can take 200 is equal 200 plus this. You can add this 24.18. Then is equal 224.18. This is the answer. Is it clear now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this like this only we need to calculate the mode when we have the class interval. Okay, when we have the data in the continuous series or continuous distribution. Is it clear now? Or shall I repeat? No need, or if you need, I will explain again also. Hello?
Understood, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. How much time we have? 10. Yeah. So let's go with that. What is the relationship? Next topic is the relationship between mean, mode, median. Mean, mode, median. Yeah. So next topic is what is the relationship between mean, median, mode. So here we will discuss about that what is the relationship is existing between these three. And before knowing that, we need to understand whether how the data is distributed. So here the distribution of statistical data shows how often the values in the data set occurs. A distribution is said to be symmetrical. So here when we have the data, so we need to put a graph. So whether the data is in the symmetrical form or asymmetrical form. So here, if the distribution is said to be symmetrical, when the values of mean, median, mode are equal. So what is symmetrical? For example, if you want to know that whether our data is symmetrical or asymmetrical, so we need to plot a diagram or a graph, which is shows below that. I will show you. So if that mean value, mode value, or median value is equal, that data set is a symmetrical data set. That is a symmetrical data set. Please clear. For example, say what is a symmetrical distribution? For example, somebody will ask that. What is a symmetrical distribution? If the mean value, mode value, or median value are equal, the data set is called symmetrical distribution. Symmetrical distribution. If the data is not equal, that is nothing but if the mean value and mode value or median value is not equal, the data set is called asymmetrical distribution, or asymmetrical information also. Asymmetrical information also sometimes they will call. So that is that there is equal number of values on both sides of the mean, which means the values occur at regular frequencies. At regular frequencies. So for example, in order to know that whether our data is a symmetrical distribution or asymmetrical distribution, then we need to put a graph on the normal distribution. Normal distribution. See, so this is a normal distribution. See, in a histogram that constructed for the data is normally distributed. The columns would be symmetrical, bell shaped. Bell shaped in the figure C 14.1. See how the data is showing. For example, whatever we have the data set, when you put the graph, if it is shows like this, there is a bell shaped curve. That is called or normal distribution curve. Normal distribution curve. That is called symmetrical distribution. Symmetrical distribution. Is it clear, or shall I explain again? Hello? Hello, dear students. You need to respond, Amma. Otherwise, hello?
Can you explain, sir, once again?
See, for example, if the data is given, okay, well, for example, if somebody is given the data set, for example, see here the 50 to 60, how many members are there? 3. 65 to 75, for example, 6 members. 75 to 85 members. How many members are there? 9 members. Like that, if the data is showing like that. So when you put a graph in the normal distribution curve, if you get like this curve, that is called normal distribution curve. Or else I will show you how the normal distribution curve. See, for example, normal distribution nothing but the normal distribution. So here, if the values are equal, here mode value or mean value, mean, median, mode values are equal, that is called symmetrical distribution. Symmetrical distribution. Symmetrical distribution. For example, whatever the data is given, if you put in the graph method, in the graphical presentation, so if the data is showing like this normal distribution curve, so the data is symmetrical distribution. The data set is in the symmetrical distribution. Symmetrical distribution. For example, if the data is not symmetrical distribution, how we can represent? For example, if the data is, if for example here the mean value is equal to median is equal to mode. Here is the mean, median, mode. Okay. For example, if you take into account, see, if it is like this, for example, it is a asymmetrical information. That is asymmetrical distribution. Here the mode is, here mean is not equal to median is not equal to mode. That is called asymmetrical distribution. Asymmetrical distribution. So then we will come to know this is called negative skew distribution and positive skew distribution. Also we will get it. See, this is a normal distribution. For example, if the graph such as such data is known as a normal curve. For example, if the graph is like this, so this graph is called normal curve or bell-shaped curve or bell-shaped distribution also. Sometimes they will call bell-shaped distribution. Nothing but, for example, when you go to a temple, you may see that bell. See, the bell is like this. Like, see, so there is something will be there. See, this is called bell shape. So here in the statistics also we have, there is a normal distribution like this, normal distribution curve. But here this normal distribution curve cannot touch the x-axis. This curve, it cannot be touched. Here touches, but here the normal distribution it cannot be touched. Okay. That's why it is called bell-shaped curve. See here, when the data is showing like this, so here the median, mean, median, mode are equal. That is called symmetrical distribution. Symmetrical distribution. For example, when the values of mean, mode, median are not equal, what we can call this? then the distribution is said to be asymmetrical or skewed distribution. Skewed distribution. For example, see here, this is a positive skewed distribution, this is a negative skewed distribution. How we can show in the graphical method also? See, so this is a positive skewed distribution. If you take this one, this is a negative skewed distribution. Negative distribution. See, this is the right hand and left hand. See, for example, when you observe, this is a positive skewed distribution, PSD. This is a negative skewed distribution. See, this is thing. This is a positive way. This is a negative way. Okay. So a skewed distribution can either positively or negatively. So the skewed distribution, it should be positive or it may be negative also. So in that case, we will show in the graphical also we have shown. This is a positive and negative. For example, here in a positive skew distribution, the median mode would be the left of the mean. So when you take the positive distribution, here the mean and mode would be the left to the mean. So the mean is here. So it is left side. See the left hand. So up to the mean, left side is mode and median. That is called positive distribution. Here we can say that mode and median is greater than mean. So for example, say that means that mean is greater than median and median. Oh, sorry, mean is greater than median and median is greater than mode. Sorry, here mistake is there. That is the mode. Mode is greater. Yeah, I think here for the left side also is this. So here see, mean is greater than median. Mean is greater than median. And mode is greater than, sorry, here median, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Median is greater than mode. So here, if you take into account in the 14.4 graph, see, when it comes to when you calculate mathematically, so you will get the values where the mean is greater than median. Mean is greater than median. The mean value is greater than median, and median is greater than mode. When you compare with this mode and median to mean. So here mean is greater than median is greater than mode. So if you take into account this, it would be easy to understand easily. I also confused. See here, mean value is greater than median is greater than mode. When it comes to that left hand, so it should be also same. For example, empirical studies have proved that the distribution that moderately skewed, a very important relationship exists between mean, median, mode. The distance between the mean and median is about 1/3 of distance. For example, if you compare with the graphically, the 1/3 distribution is distance between that mean and mode. For example, say when you observe this distance between the mode and median is 1/3. So mathematically also we can calculate that how much the difference is there and how the relationship between mode and median also. So there are some the relationship has been expressed by Carl Pearson. See here the mean. So mean minus median is equal to 1/3 into mean minus mode. So another one, 3 into mean minus median is equal to mean minus mode. That is called 3 into mean, 3 mean minus 3 median is equal to mean minus mode. and mode is equal, in order to find out the mode, if somebody will give the mean value and median value, in order to find out the mode, how we can calculate? For example, they will give that mean value is something and median is something. So find out the mode value also. So that in that case, mode is equal mean minus 3 into mean minus median. So for example, see here, I will also say here. For example, if they will give the data, median is 10 and mean is 12. So using this value, find out the.
see, sir.
You are not able to see. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now. Yeah. See,
Yes, sir. We are able to see.
see, for example, in order to find out mode, for example, somebody will give you that like they will give the data. For example, median is 10, mean is 12. Using these values, find out the approximate value of mode. They are given median value and mean value, but we need to find out the mode. How we can find out the mode? For example, here there is a formula. Mode is equal to mean minus 3 into mean minus median.